Oh, hey, you guys watching? Oh, I'm sorry. I've just been puffing on my vape, because I'm like seriously disturbed. Like, I literally just got home from having a fun date night with my son. I'm gonna make another video about that, BTW. But, of course, on my way home, I pop a little YouTube video on, put it on my little phone connector thing on the dash. I'm not watching it like this. And I come across Blair White, who I love her. I watch all of her videos, and I will be polite and call her her because I respect her. I respect her opinions. Now, looking at her, would you ever think she's trans? Never, because she actually presents herself the correct way. But I heard about 2 to 3 YouTubers starting to talk about this topic, and she spoke on it as well. And it is called Maps or No Maps. The world of maps, the map community. And if you have no idea what that is, I'm about to tell you in the video. So you already know what to do. Just keep watching because it's coming up right now. So as I'm sitting here, disturbed, wanting to rip my hair out, maps. I'm just gonna let you know, I did research, baby. Like, once I got back, I literally Googled it. And within 30 seconds to a minute, I was open to a world I wish I had never known about, okay? I literally have probably 5 pages worth of information, tweets from their community, and I'm exposing it all. All right, basically, MAPS. MAPS, M-A-P-S, stands for Minor Attracted Persons. And no, that doesn't mean, oh, they're minorly attracted to me. Oh, that's so cute. No, no, no. Nay, nay, I say. It means an adult who is attracted to a minor. It's a minor attracted person, but it's a group, so they say minor attracted persons. Gosh, if there's tons of sound effects during this video. And also, I literally, you could tell I'm not even in my normal setup. I just propped my phone up. I'm literally on my bed, like pillows around me so I can squeeze them tight, throw on a sweatshirt, put a little beanie on, and I'm even in freaking pajama pants, bro. Pajama pants. Yes, because I needed to feel like I could literally just like curl up in this, hey guys, you know, like this little ball back here, if I felt like I needed to. If a map was gonna intrude. Actually, if a map was gonna intrude in here, it'd be on. It'd be bam, like right in the face, you know? Anyway, nice chili. Come back. Okay, so let's talk about minor attracted persons and the research that I did, because I don't go by anything that I hear. I research it myself. So, I just want to let you know, minor attracted person is an adult attracted to minors. Pedophiles. Yes, you heard that correctly. The first thing that I want to mention about this MAPS group is their flag. If you see this flag anywhere, on your child's computer, on their tablet, their cell phone, I don't care what the heck it is, remove that flag. Delete the group. Warn your children about maps, and they even have no map, which no map is still a map, but they call it no map because they have not made any contact with an infant or somebody who can't consent yet. Ooh, which makes me sick. They actually had a lady who was an insider, which I thought this was great. She went in basically as a spy. And she went into their community and acted like she was one of them, went to some meetings, went to some events. And I have a paragraph that I'm going to read pretty quickly that she exposed about this community of maps. She wrote, "The community is filled with adults who openly admit to having sexual feelings towards children and post about how they fantasize about underage children. It was sick and disturbing to me, and these depraved individuals try and use Tumblr, which that's their #1 platform that they use is Tumblr, but they are a big community on Twitter as well. And they basically use Tumblr as a platform to normalize their perversions. They appropriate the experiences that the LGBT community had by feigning systematic oppression and comparing the rightful societal condemnation of pedophiles to the violent persecution of the LGBT community, which is not the same at all. And I'm not part of the LGBTQ alphabet soup community, but they're not a threat to me. They're not a harm to me. I can love who I want, you love who you want. Peace be with you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't judge anybody. But don't act like being a MAP, you are suffering the same persecutions that the LGBT did. Because they are accepted now. And they're using this as their right to become accepted into the community. They're trying to say, think about how, they felt at one point. We feel the same way. MAP positivity, MAPs, pro-pedo. The only difference is, and Blair White said it best herself, which, as I started breaking down, I'm like, all right, LGBTQ. Lesbian, bi, gay, trans, queer. And which queer is so messed up. But all of those people, even straight, some of us that aren't in the LGBTQ community, we are with it's in a consensual relationship. We are with somebody of age who can actually consent to wanting to do sexual things with us. However, the people in the MAP community, some of them are babies. And the toddlers, they are clueless to what these older men and women are preying on. And they actually call it grooming. Literally, they talk about it and like they pump it up like, oh, I'm going to groom this 6-year-old. By the time they're 9, they'll trust me. The sickest shit you've ever heard. So, keep going with my little handy dandy notebook. Oh, my freaking Blue's Clues. Okay, so I decided to dive into Twitter because I'm a nosy person and I wanted to know more. So I dove onto the world of Twitter, which I actually deleted my Twitter, which I'm thinking I need to make another one to make my YouTube channel, expand. So I'm probably going to make another one. But, what I found out is this MAP community is bigger than I thought. So I just wanted to point out a few of the tweets that I saw that really hit home and really bothered me. As a mother, there was one person I even went to war with, and I ended up screenshotting her post, but, there's no point in doing that. They just look at me as oh, you're a bigot, you don't agree. Yeah, you're right, I don't agree. I don't agree with explosion on your computer over a baby. I don't agree with you fondling a 6-year-old little boy. You're right, I don't agree. So bigot or non-bigot, I don't care what you call me. You're a freaking creep. And you'll always be that way. So, the first person that I discovered is called Just a Map. Just a Map. I'm just a map. Oh, hey, how are you? Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm a map. Just a map. I'm just a pedo. Little old me, just a little pedophile. And he goes, just a guy who has the misfortune of being attracted to kids. 22, bi, pedophile, no map, AOA, age of attraction. Age of attraction, 4+. Open-minded nerd with too much time on my hands. DM me. Nobody's gonna DM you, you creep, okay? How about you go find a hole, crawl into it with all that extra time you have on your hands, and concrete yourself in there so that you can't get out, and just lay there and eventually starve to death. And don't ever come out of that concrete hole, because somebody's gonna find you. And if not, I'm gonna call Chris Hansen on your ass. Second person I found, Leo the No Map. So Leo feels great about himself because he is a no map. So he hasn't made contact with any babies or toddlers yet. So he has to make that a point. He's a pedophile that hasn't touched yet. I looked, but I didn't touch. So he says, hey, I'm Leo and I am 16 and I use he, him pronouns. Trans guy, FTM. I'm a no map. Age of attraction though, boys 2 to 7, which I will get to. Non-exclusive. I don't act on my attraction. I'm not a predator. If you can have an attraction to an age of a 2-year-old boy, 2 to 7, I think of my son when he was 2, barely saying, you know, like, mama, juice, like, mama, food, you know, more, because I taught him sign language. And when you go like this, you know, or like this, it's more. Like, I just picture his twos of him, you know, finally learning to, like, you know, he was on the bubba, you know, like, saying, mommy, hungry, you know, he couldn't even put together a sentence. And this guy is attracted to that sexually. Also, forgot to mention, he did say non-exclusive. He doesn't exclude. No discrimination here with Leo. And then when he says, I'm not a predator, because you're a no map, but you're in the map community. So what are you saying? All the other maps, they are predators because they do touch. So you're in a predator community standing up for them. But because you're a no map, you get to say you're not a predator. You're still a predator, you just haven't acted on it yet. Next is Jay. 19. He, him, anti-contact map. Pedo. Nepio. I don't know what that means. Mostly gay. Supporter of all religions and beliefs. Furry AF. Neither liberal or conservative. What is up with the furry thing? I literally went through pages of these people's tweets and they were like, I'll be your furry friend. I'll be your fuzzy bear. Or like, do you want me to be your furry little bunny? Like, I don't want you to be my furry anything. I will shave you bald if you come near my damn kid. Then we have Steven, who says, no map, bi. Age of attraction, 4 to 12. What else did you think was going to be said? He's 19. Against child abuse. Loves Doctor Who. Liberal. I don't want to get into a whole political beef over this. I started off as independent and, like, I'm actually legally registered independent because I did that, like, 8 years ago before our world turned into a circus. I lean to the right now. Like, I lean conservative with the crazy shit that's being brought into our world. Like, I'm not going to get into this. But a common thing that I did find, I almost like fell backwards. A common thing that I did find on all these, they were all liberal, 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 proud liberal, liberal, liberal. Like, don't give, like, I guarantee you 99.99% of the Democrats are against pedophilia, you know? Like, don't give them a bad name. You should basically say you're an extremist, radical leftist who has extreme views, that pedophilia is okay. Like, and I'm not a liberal, you know, I'm not on the Democrat side, but I would be pissed off if these people were saying Republican, Republican, conservative, Republican, Republican. I would be like, don't you dare claim that. You know what I mean? Don't you dare. You don't represent that group at all or any of its values. So then we have Kona Kona, which I don't even care if I'm saying it right, Miss Kona Kona. Kona Kona, Kona Kona. Associating pedophiles, also known as MAP, with child predators is like associating straight, gay, and bisexual people with rapists. Oh my God. What you're attracted to doesn't make you a bad person as long as you don't hurt people. Well, Kona Kona, all I have to say to you is that you are going to eventually hurt somebody, because being a MAP, you are a minor attracted persons. So you are attracted to minors. Therefore, minors cannot consent. Therefore, going after children under the age of 12, you are causing harm to them. Therefore, you have a victim. So therefore, you are a predator and you are causing harm. Common sense, Kona Kona. All right, then I found Bridge Rue. It's okay to be a nepiophile. I don't know how to say half these words, and I'm just going to let you know, nor do I care to get to learn them. It's okay to be a pedophile. It's okay to be a hebephile. It's okay to be a phebophile. I don't know. It's okay to have attractions you didn't choose. Be yourself. Love yourself. Always. MAPs. MAP positivity. Minor MAP. That just made me want to throw up. Minor MAP. It's okay to be a MAP. No MAPs. This made me sick because I don't know what half of these other words mean, but when I typed one of them in on my phone, they come up with a red line underneath of them. So I guarantee you it's one of the weird words that they want added into the dictionary, like the 7 million or infinite amount of genders when there's really only 2. So I really don't care what she has to say. Minor MAP, it's okay to be a MAP. Yeah, sure, if you want to be a predator. It's okay to be a predator in your mind, not mine. Okay, then I found Shada, or Shoda, or Shitta, should I say. LGBT people in many places were and are seen as having an attraction that was wrong or disgusting. They are terrified to be themselves because of others. Think about how they felt. Now apply it to no MAPs. It's the same. MAP, no MAP. Once again, may I point out, Shitta, that the LGBT community, or LGBTQ, I'm not sure which one it is, doesn't have a victim. They don't have victims. What you're promoting as a pedo, a proud pedo, and going after these young children that cannot consent for the billionth time, are you people brain dead? Like everyone else in their sexual orientation, we can let them be because they love who they love and are in consensual relationships. You have a victim. Stop comparing yourselves to LGBTQ. They don't want you. I actually researched it. 86% of the LGBTQ community declines, says absolutely no. Do we want a P, LGBTQP, for pedophile, on the end of our long list of letters? But they're putting their foot down because this is crossing the line. And I am so proud of them for doing that. Next victim I found, Patton Oswalt. The angry @tweets from my hammer toad followers. What is a hammer toad follower? Like hammer toe? Like It's probably some creepy language. I don't know. The angry at tweets from my Hammer Toad followers opened my eyes. Pedophobe shaming hurts us all. I am a proud pedophile. Point taken. You're a proud pedophile. Next. All right. Next victim, we have Fluffy. Fluffy. Why didn't you go with furry? I guess she's more fluffy than furry. I don't know, but nice fake name and picture, by the way. Way to be a real proud map. To me, oh, this one was the sick one. This is probably why she called herself Fluffy, because it's not just about pedophilia and young children. It's about bestiality and animals. To me, it depends on the animal. If it's anatomically compatible and if it's an anatomically, sorry, I can't read right. If it's an anatomically compatible partner and it's not reliant on force, I wouldn't call it abusive, but wrong is subjective. Thing is, it's on the human to make the call if it's being abusive or not. But the few practicing zoos I met were okay. I almost just gagged in the back of my mouth. Can I ask you guys, can you please comment below, what is a practicing zoo? And if this pedo is saying, but the few practicing zoos that I visited, they were okay. So, like, did somebody give you an option? Like, do you want the horse? Do you want the cow? Do you want the goat? Like, which ass looks the nicest and which animal's butt do you want to ram? That's all that comes to mind. That is sick. Sick, sick, sick. Ugh. It's like literally making me angry to the point where I don't even want to finish this video, and I have to. I only have, let me see, is there only one more? Yeah, one more. And I chose her. This is the girl that I had the fallout with, if it's even her real name. But it's Alexis Starr. Alexis Starr. Alexis, you sure are a bright shining star, aren't you? More like she's like the dullest one, you know? Can't see Alexis unless she's a pedo. But children can consent. If they don't want to do it, they can just say no. If they don't want me to keep going, I'll stop. I can barely read this. Respect their decisions. Make sure they're comfortable doing it. Do you see why I had the reaction that I had against this girl? Since when can children consent? Did you make that law up? Or is that just like in your pedophilia mind? You know, because the law actually says that children cannot consent. And your age of attraction, as I researched further down, and why is it guys like little boys and women like little girls? It was weird. But her age of attraction was 4 to 9. 4 to 9-year-old little girls. What do they have that you don't, that you couldn't find on yourself? That's what I want to know. And I'm seriously on board with her. I said my piece with her. I told her she was a disgusting piece of crap because children cannot consent. They can't consent legally, and also toddlers can't consent because they can't actually speak. And speaking and talking is actually like a form of consent. You know, they don't know sign language, or they can't be like, they don't know what that means either, like bring it on, you know. They don't even have a voice to speak to tell you pedos, no, do not touch me. I am a 4-year-old child who is, you are going to cause such future trauma in their lives and confusion for the sake of you feeling good for about 5 minutes. Isn't this disgusting? Like, it really makes me think, what has our world come to? But I'm on the last page and I wrote a little conclusion. I wrote, the map, no map, was the most disturbing thing I have learned about recently. And that is why I wanted to get this video up immediately. Hence me looking like a hot mess, and I really don't care because this topic is that important that I wanted to get it pushed out so more people know about it and can be more alert of their children's devices. You know, and especially children, teens, or young teens, if you are getting messages from older people, there is a process, and they call it, they want to groom this person. They are trying to groom you. And grooming means they will sweet talk you. And then, say a couple months goes by, they start to ask for a picture. Then it starts to get worse and worse and worse. Speak up, please. Because there is no harm done in you speaking up. The only thing you can do is get Chris Hansen out on the lookout, or the cops, to come arrest another pedophile for trying to sexually entrap a minor. And I just have a message from MAPS as well. You won't be accepted into my society, into regular society. And that's why you're trying to bully your way into the LGBTQ community, where 86% on their last poll said, over my dead body, you will never be accepted. You will never have the P on the end of our LGBTQ, yeah. You will never have that P on the end, because what we have going is peaceful, consensual, and it's been working. If you think that they're going to put a P on there and put their foot out for pedophiles, they're not going to do it. They're never going to do it. End of story. I find that Blair White, the trans that I was talking about earlier, which you would never know because she's so pretty, and she actually leans right. Like, she's a trans with common sense. Like, I loved that. And she said there's so many of them in the LGBT community that message her, and they say, like, sis, like, I totally agree with everything you're saying. Like, I wish I was brave enough like you to come out on a platform and speak how I'm feeling, but I know that I will get bullied, you know? And it's sad to feel that way. But don't ever, for 1 second, sit back and let a pedophile take advantage of you. If you're a young teen, young child watching this, and if you are a parent or even an aunt or uncle, whoever you are, if you care about a child, please, you know, monitor what they're doing. Because these adults are not coming in as pedos anymore. They created the community called MAPS, and they have this flag representing themselves to look like a pride flag, only it's pastel colors and makes it seem all peaceful and fuzzy, you know? Use their term for once. But it's not, and it will destroy you for life if it happens. And that is my main conclusion. LGBTQ, all of us who are straight, we don't have a victim. And as for you MAPS, you all have a victim. Because by law and by the learning age of being able to speak, no child, no toddler, no baby can ever consent to your sick desires. And that is why your MAP thing that you got going on, your MAP community, will never be accepted. And that is my opinion. Thank you guys for watching this video. I know it was a little bit different, but I just found out about this. Was like all over the computer, and I had to get it out there because I have a lot of mommy friends, and a lot of them have really pretty daughters. You know what I mean? And I have a son, but still, after reading these, it's like the guys prey on the boys. So it's like neither one is safe. So if any of us see this flag, delete that account, remove them from your child's device, whatever it is on. And I would even go as far as to blocking anything that has to do with MAPS or proud pedos, okay? Because that's saying something. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry, it wasn't a goodbye. It was a fake out. But as I was going back checking over my notes, I realized that Patton Oswalt, he had 2 tweets and I only read the one. You guys are probably like, why the hell didn't you read the second one? And it said, my dong is super friendly and loves getting rubbed by children. My dong. And then it wrote like career-ending typos, acting like it was a typo and supposed to be dog. Would you actually write, my dog is super friendly and loves getting rubbed by children? No, he meant what he meant. And one more question. If you haven't noticed, about 90% of these people that have these weird fetishes in the map community, all their photos are anime. They're all those weird Japanese hentai photos. Like, can somebody tell me what's up with that? Like the whole furry, fuzzy thing and anime photos. If you're a proud pedo, show your face. Show your face, ped. Come on now. Come on. If you're that proud, show your face. Because the creepy anime, it's making it even creepier. All right, now I'm out. Bye, guys. I had to let you guys know about maps. Sorry, my next video will be much brighter. Love you guys.